some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
And the Longhorns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Got a man. It's Kennedy. At the 40, there he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Off play action on 1st down. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to pass their way in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Sneaks it in. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Ball is at the 35. It's first and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The Tide with the first and 10. Using his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback moving. On the move, he fires. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. That'll bring him to within 4.
All the bounces going the kicker's way right here. That was just at about the extent of his distance for a field goal, and the crossbar helped him out, putting 3 up on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turn.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. looking for room. It's Buchanan. Turning it on. The 50. Inside the 30. Inside the... And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete on the right side. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Downs. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Now, 4th down.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. They'll move the wide receiver. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it. 1st down and more. And the catch into the end zone. Touchdown tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Michigan came through with a lunch pail, hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. Those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to get outside. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Brings him to the open. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Good timing on the quick out. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback keeps it. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the 1st half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the 1st half.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He fires to the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Wide open downfield. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Fires to the middle. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Power football with the run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense with jumbo personnel. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Look out, he's got room. Turning it on. A really productive run gets it up to the 31-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Slings it downfield. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, Dave.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Shoots it to the left. Got his man all by himself. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
To the air on 1st down. Fires left. He's got it. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with it. So really good timing between those two on that play.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. The screen, he can go. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Now improvising. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Throwing right. It's caught downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And it's a math equation. Nice job. He sees the numbers. I got numbers out wide. I got blockers that can go make a play. Get it to my playmaker. He does the rest. Gets in for 6.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Miami. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. single back. There he goes. Crosses midfield. The 30. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Longhorns!
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And the extra point is good, and they have a 28-24 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man. And they'll knock him down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And he's now over 150 yards, and burnt orange is leaving scorched earth on the ground.
Just burning them up, man. Just keep feeding him the rock. This is a guy that you 100% know exactly what you're going to get, and you're going to get great production like great Texas running backs of old.
Off the play fake on first down. He'll take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Looking to throw on first down. He lets one fly deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job in coverage on the back end defensively.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's down. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing fourth down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. From that spot on the field, you're going to go for 4th and inches every time, but, I mean, you could argue that 4th and inches, you ought to go for it almost all of the time.
I 100% agree. We're definitely going for this. And listen, let's play some offense. Let's have high octane. Let's put some points on the board. We're not kicking field goals. We're not punting. We're trying to score touchdowns.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Goes to the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Gets the back moving. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, Bama! And they've moved out front here on the fourth.
That is complimentary football at its finest. The defense gets the turnover. The offense punctuates it, uses it to their advantage, takes the lead late in the football game. Now that defense, it just gave you a good stop. They need another one for them.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Gonna run it. It's Buchanan. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Buchanan. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
And sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. The give on the inside.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They want to run this quarterback. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here he goes breaking the pocket. It's complete to the right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Here comes the heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He throws back to the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got him. Nice move, creates some space. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This is a very well-executed play, but I love the individual effort by the receiver out in space. He was able to make a guy miss and then advance the football.
The Longhorns had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. They go right back to him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and comes up with a massive play right there.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snapped in the back. And they get it in the end zone for a safety, and that should wrap this one up tight.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this